In nature, evolution is a powerful fact of life. It means changing to survive in a changing world. In business, it means developing new products, new methods of production, and new technologies to meet the demands of the marketplace. Technological evolution has been the major tool for change in our generation. And nowhere has change been greater than in the production and use of electric power for economic growth, job creation, and a cleaner environment. As America has evolved toward much greater use of electricity, the power to create electricity has evolved too. It is the new clean power of coal. What most of us know or imagine about coal comes from history. A few might still recall a time when coal was delivered to their homes for heating. But that was 50 years ago. Today, technology and coal are partners to power America into the next century. Satellites help find coal deposits. Lasers and automated equipment mine and transport coal with such efficiency and safety that today's miners have fewer injuries than your average grocery clerk.
So as soon as the price ratio is 3 to 1.
Mark Mills is a physicist and environmentalist. He studies modern electric-powered technologies and their benefits to the environment and the economy. He brings the perspective of a scientist to coal and electric power production.
For the next century, I would speculate we'll use coal for about half of our electricity because the fuel is cheap. But our advanced technologies find cleaner and cleaner ways to extract it and burn it.
Coal production and use have nearly doubled in the last 20 years. Today, coal fuels 56% of America's electric power, double any other fuel source. In the last 20 years, the average real price of coal has increased only 5%. Oil is up 55%, and natural gas is up 180%. The economic numbers are compelling, but other numbers paint an even clearer picture of coal's high technology evolution. The coal industry has returned nearly 2 million acres of surface mined land to productive use, and the smoke is gone. While coal use has increased dramatically, emissions have decreased. From all sources in the U.S., soot and other particulate emissions are down 61%, and sulfur dioxide emissions are down 26%. A remarkable improvement from a generation ago.
There have been a lot of changes in the coal industry and coal-fired plants in the past 20, 25 years. The technology now exists to maintain these very clean facilities, to remove the contaminants that would be in the coal before and after you burn it.
The people of Colorado protect and promote their wilderness areas and wildlife as vital to their economy and way of life. Coal is equally vital to Colorado, where coal power provides nearly all of the state's electricity. This is Craig Station, a coal-fired electric plant built 10 miles from the White River National Forest. It supplies electricity to 1 million people throughout the West. It is a perfect example of how high technology is writing a new and very positive chapter in the history of coal's relationship with the environment.
We're located very close to the town of Craig, and most of our employees live in Craig, and they wouldn't want this plant to be any other way. There's a lot of misconception about power plants, particularly coal-fired plants. As you can see, our station is a very clean station. And with the technology and equipment available today, it coexists very well with the environment. We're continually trying to upgrade our equipment. There's a lot of research and industry-wide participation in new systems, upgrade to existing systems. So every year we're looking at modifications to our systems that we can do to make these the cleanest plants that we can operate.
Around the country, new high-technology plants like Craig Station are exceeding clean air standards, operating at zero discharge levels for water and recycling combustion byproducts into cement and materials for road construction and roofing. All this while providing the lowest cost electricity possible for consumers like you. What does lower cost electricity mean? In Indiana, for example, it means a better environment for business to succeed. Look at one business, Manufacturing Chemists, a maker of generic pharmaceuticals.
We spend thousands of dollars a month just on electricity. If we had been paying the national average on electricity, we're right now paying about 4 cents a kilowatt hour, our profit, which is directly proportional to the amount of electricity we use, our utilities, would be about 20% less than what it is now. And if we didn't have that money, we couldn't be spending money on research and development. We wouldn't have new products. We wouldn't have been able to double our product line that we have now. And we wouldn't be able to manufacture in our new building that we're currently planning for.
Electricity in Indiana is generated almost exclusively with coal. It has among the lowest electricity costs in the nation. And at Manufacturing Chemists, production and sales and employment are doubling. There is a direct connection here, an electrical connection provided by power lines. Coal is at one end, business opportunity is at the other.
Companies move for these things, and they also come to communities for these things. We think we have a competitive advantage with low-cost electricity thanks to our new coal plant here in Orlando.
In the 1980s, the population of Orlando, Florida doubled. Tourism soared, and so did other businesses, particularly in aerospace and electronics manufacturing.
In the 80s, we created more new manufacturing jobs than any other city. All of that required ample, abundant, and cheap electrical energy.
As mayor, Bill Frederick managed the process for building a new municipal power plant. The choice was between nuclear power, natural gas, oil, or coal.
I've run a lot of public meetings over the years as head of the environmental agencies of the state, as mayor for 12 years, and you just ultimately have to rely upon the best facts you can get. The facts in this case favored coal, and in hindsight now, there's no challenge to that.
The plant went online ahead of schedule, and today, coal is providing the lowest cost electric power in Central Florida.
I might add that this plant has been in operation for a number of years now. It's won some awards. This area has won EPA's highest environmental award last year. This area is noted for its environmental concerns, and this plant fits in very nicely, thank you, with that concern.
Whatever you might have known or remembered about coal, today it is safer, cleaner, and more efficient. Think of it this way. Since the 1970s, technology has provided reformulated gasolines and sophisticated emissions controls to make our cars run much cleaner. Likewise, a range of low-sulfur coals and sophisticated new combustion and scrubbing technologies have made new coal-fired electric power plants clean-burning.
New power plants are always cleaner than old ones, and the state-of-the-art coal plants are phenomenally clean. And it's because of my interest in the environment and my understanding of physics that I've come to the conclusion that one of the strongest driving forces to clean up our cities is to increase the use of electricity through electric technologies. The key here is that lowering the cost of electricity, which probably will, in our estimation, increase the demand for electricity, will improve the environment while it improves the economy. That's the key link that has been omitted before and must be included in policy considerations now.
The businessman, the policymaker, the utility executive, and the environmental scientist know that coal has evolved to meet the challenges of economic growth and environmental compatibility. But what of the future? There is close to a 300-year supply of coal in the U.S. America has 25% of the world's coal, more energy than all the world's natural gas reserves combined. For generations to come, coal will be our fuel. It is here, ready to work for you. When you flip a switch or push a button, things happen because electricity is there. But remember, the electricity is there because coal is there. Coal is America's fuel, now and for tomorrow. The Center for Energy and Economic Development, working for a clean, high-technology future with coal.